Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Okay, real talk. We're all kind of hooked on our phones. It's full of shiny apps designed to keep your attention captive forever. But there's real-life stuff to do other than scrolling, and I'm here to help. I'm Christina Quinn, the host of Try This, a podcast from The Washington Post. The show explores solutions for life's common problems. And this season, we're learning to tame the dopamine beast and reclaim our attention in this noisy and distracting world. So let's tame the beast together. Find Try This from The Washington Post wherever you listen.
Wake your ass up, fool. John Jay and Rich. What's crackin'-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John Jay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010, we're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be, and in the place to be. And you're listening to John Jay and Rich. Wake your ass up.
What was it that you and your husband didn't see eye to eye on?
You guys, this is turning into a whole thing. This is unresolved as of this morning. Unresolved.
Between husband and wife?
Husband and wife, unresolved issue. And I'm going to call it an issue because it wasn't really a fight. It was more of like jabs. So Addie and Easton both started up flag football. So this week, both of them had practices. It is so hard to get the kids home from school, let them have a little bit of downtime, finish their homework, make them eat dinner before we get back out the door to go to practice. And so that's my life when I get home. He's still working, shows up and wonders, why are we not ready on time? Why are we getting out of here late? So the last 2 practices that we went to, we left the house 5 minutes later than we probably should have, which means we showed up about 5 minutes late to practice. To me, I'm like, this is not a serious thing. So if it, that's just what happened. You know what I mean? It's not like we're going to an interview or a doctor's appointment or something serious. So for me, it's like, it's okay that we're out the door 5 minutes late to go to this practice that honestly doesn't really matter. He's like, we need to be teaching the kids. They need to be on time to things. He's like, we need to leave earlier. And I was like, let's make a big deal about it, shall we?
Oh.
That's my jab back,
Yeah.
right? And he's like, yeah, we should make a big deal about it. It's important. It's like courteous to be on time. I'm like, I know. He's like, well, what have you been doing? I'm like, oh my gosh. Why am I now? And so and this is while we're driving, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Just picking the kids up from school, bringing them home, trying to get their homework done, trying to get them food in their body, trying to make them get downtime so they're not rushing everywhere. Oh, and then getting them dressed for practice, and then trying to get out the door. What were you doing? Just working, making a living so we can live our life. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
That is so relatable. Every couple has had that conversation. Every couple has had that.
Are you guys still going this morning?
Unresolved.
What happened this morning?
Literally, we just got to practice and never talked about it again.
Oh my gosh, because the coach in me is screaming. I'm like, you better be at practice on time. But also it's she's in the 4th grade and it's flag football. It's not that serious.
And it's a league that's 2 months. It's a 2-month-long season.
Right.
If she was never late to dance when she was in competitive dance. It's not like this is an ongoing thing.
Yeah, you're not late for stuff anyway.
I attempt to not be late to things, but there are times
you rush.
Like today, I'm not really sure what we're going to do because there are games at 4:10 and we usually don't get home from school until 4.
You got to check her out early today. It's Friday.
Continued on that one. I don't know. We're good. I'm like, you're taking this season a little too seriously. Okay, you know what? You want to stop work and go get them ready? By all means, go for it.
It's funny sometimes when you assume the other person's doing something, or whatever. For us, I keep telling you I wanted to eat dinner early, so we have this routine now, my wife and I, where I've told you guys about my routine in the afternoon right now. I have the sauna. I sauna and I hot tub and cold plunge. Well, she started doing that too. No offense to her, but I don't want a sauna with her. I want a sauna by myself.
It's true.
Because I watch TV.
Got your thing.
Right? And she wants to sauna and listen to music and talk. I don't want to. So now she saunas either before or after me. And the other day we were getting ready to sauna. She was in sauna before me. So what I do is I feed the dogs while she's sauning. And then I thought that while I was sauning, she would get dinner ready. But she didn't. And then when I got out of the sauna and the hot tub, I was like, I wish I had a camera that could show you, because it was like I was pouting. Like I went in, I just grabbed a bowl of soup and I poured the soup in with meatball soup and I put it in the microwave and I turned it on. And she's like, is everything okay? I go, oh, it's fine. And I'm like with a towel around my waist, you know what I mean? And I close the microwave door, and I put it on for 2 minutes, and I'm waiting there, and then ding, and I take it out. She's like, what's going on? Are we not having dinner together? Oh, I thought we were. And she's like, what do you mean you thought we were? And I go, I'm in the sauna, I feed the dogs. You're in the sauna, I feed the dogs. I go, I'm in the sauna, I figure you'd get dinner ready. I didn't know. And I'm like, what do you mean you didn't know?
It's a total John Jay thing, because you always expect everyone to know exactly what's going on in your head. Like everyone should think how I think.
When he starts with, I figured, then you know you're in trouble. You know you're dead. Because you did not figure that.
Right. But then I like stopped for a second. I was like, well, I didn't say anything to her. But I just thought it was like a given. Like, how do you not know? I want to eat early. It's 5 o'clock. It's now 5:30, and there's cold soup.
Nobody's ever cared about our schedule because we get up early in the morning. Nobody ever will. They're not going to get it. They don't understand.
But it took me a long time to decompress and not get angry afterwards. Even after I acknowledged
delicious meatball soup.
Oh, it was great. I even acknowledged that. Like, I was like, okay, I understand. I didn't communicate. But even after I said that, I was still like,
were you eating your soup angry?
I was.
Flipping it.
I was quiet. You could hear the spoon hit the bowl.
Oh my gosh.
And she was sitting next to me. She was like, can you wait for me to warm up my soup so we can eat together?
You know, the dogs didn't have to wait for me to feed them when you were in the sauna.
I look back at that, though, as a victim of being tired.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
Because later, when I am well rested, I look back like I am now. I look back at it and I laugh. But
how
at
many
the time,
times?
I was pissed. At the time, I was like, I'm getting in the car and I'm leaving.
Oh my goodness. Are you going to text Blake and apologize for your attitude yesterday or no?
I think you should. There's been so many times where I'm tired and I will either snap at like the kids or Scott, and I realize it's because I'm tired immediately afterwards, and I'm like, sorry, Mommy's just really tired and I just need to get some sleep and we'll be all good.
Oh my gosh, the stress.
I try to be good with it and like be like, I'm running on a few hours of sleep, like sorry if I'm a brat today. And then Kadeem calls me crazy because apparently only crazy people give you a warning on if you're going to be a brat.
Hey Stephanie, what's going on?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I have such a story. My best friend found out that her husband was cheating on her through the iPad, of course, and she was 8.5 months pregnant.
Oh, that's such a bummer.
So we find out that he's cheating. We find out that it's one of her friends. And we figured out that they were going to go on a date. So another neighbor and I got in our car, literally like two little like reconnaissance women, go to the restaurant, sit in the parking lot, spy on this guy on his date with the other woman. And of course, we're like on the phone with my friend, just giving her the play-by-play. And they were stupid enough to sit in the front window and like kiss right there in front of the parking lot, like just out in the open. Everything's fine. He left her when she gave birth.
Wow.
No shame.
Dang.
No shame.
Did he leave her for the woman he was eating with?
Yes.
Are they still together?
No.
Well,
wow,
karma
man.
works.
What a
in
jerk face.
That is so
different
bad.
ways.
Yeah, he actually ended up leaving her for another woman after having another baby with her.
You
Oh my
lose
God.
them. You lose them how you get them.
Itself.
Yep.
What the heck?
What?
Yeah. Like, where's he going? Oh, he's going to the sushi place. Okay, let's go to the sushi place.
Oh, he's going to the sushi place? Yeah, we're going to the sushi
Stephanie,
place.
Old
They're all
detective.
going.
you need to start your own private investigation
God.
firm.
Yeah, we actually brought my husband at the time. We actually brought his binoculars and everything.
You're like the nerve of them to sit by the front window. They didn't know you were spying on them.
That's so funny.
If you were just walking by and you saw you in a car with binoculars looking at a couple across the street. Oh, my God. All
I
right.
mean, we also like at that point, like, you're the one in trouble. Like, don't get mad at me.
Right.
That's true.
That's nuts. All right, Stephanie, thank you. Boy, a lot of people got this experience. Sarah, what happened to you?
So my ex said that they were going to the mall at 9:00 at night, and I had an iPhone, and I looked up to find my iPhone, and my ex was actually down the street. So I pulled up on this person, and they were sitting in the front seat of their car with their window down, making out with somebody else.
That find my location, find my friend.
They were at the mall.
Yeah.
She said, Kanye, can we get married at the mall?
Not again.
I bet you if you take your phone or iPad to the iPad store or whatever the Apple store to get fixed, I bet you they bust stuff all the time that they just have to stay quiet about.
Sure.
Yeah,
And the pictures,
sure.
the fun pictures they see.
The pictures.
Becca, good morning.
Good morning. I have an iPad story as well, but I was actually a nanny, and they had it for the kids, and it was hooked up to the dad's phone. And he was talking to another woman in his office.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Like he said, where's the Ferguson file?
So I didn't say anything, and they actually came to me, and they're like, have you been seeing weird stuff on the iPad? I think it got hacked. And I just kept my mouth shut. I was like, I'm not losing my job over this.
You're like, right. Those hackers are really creative about the Ferguson files.
Right. A little freaky Ferguson files.
Thanks, Becca.
Thank you.
Diana, is yours involved an iPad?
No, mine doesn't involve an iPad. It involves just a regular PC. So I lost my wallet, so I went on his PC to check on my transactions. And he has Facebook Messenger on his toolbox. And I found out through there that he was talking to his mom about talking to a girl online for 4 months and wanted to dump me.
Oh.
Ouch.
And it's like the fact he was talking to his mom about it. It's like, if you're like, someone's cheating, I'm not thinking to look through your text messages with your mom, maybe a friend or something, but that's wild.
Yeah, but there's so many different levels here because, like, why would you read his private message with his mom?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
So here's the thing. She said, just her message popped up and says, so when are you going to tell D, which is my nickname? And it was around November, so I'm thinking Christmas time, he's buying me something. I'm like, ooh, what is he going to buy me? And that's when I opened it up.
Yeah, I would have opened it up too. You saw your name.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, D. Thank you very much for calling in. Cassandra, good morning. You catch someone cheating?
So a long time ago, my son was 2 months old, and I kept having weird dreams. I thought that they were just, extra hormonal dreams. I was just sitting there, and this girl would walk by. She didn't have a face, but she'd walk past me. I was sitting in a chair, and she flashed me this BlackBerry. And I didn't think anything of it until about the third time I woke up, having a full-blown panic attack. And I woke up in the middle of the night. I didn't know how to use a BlackBerry, so it took me a minute to figure it out. Got on there and found out that my son's father had been cheating on me, and I feel like it was the universe telling me. I had never checked his phone before and just kept seeing this chick holding a BlackBerry, and sure enough, it was true.
Wow.
And what happened? Are you still with him?
We were on and off over years. Thought he grew up. Found out he didn't. So, no, we're definitely not together.
Did you ever meet the girl?
There were so many.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Because I was going to say, if you saw her, you're the girl without a face.
You came to me in my dream.
Yeah, although there were other times where I did run into them, and I would kill them with kindness with really snarky remarks like, oh, my God, thank you so much. You have the most beautiful breasts I've ever seen. Those kind of comments.
Oh, like if you saw nudes?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's nice.
I love
It
that.
was very uncomfortable for them, and I would sit there and laugh.
It was uncomfortable listening to it.
But that shows something.
Oh, my gosh.
I love it.
Okay, Adam, thanks for holding. You said you're the villain, right?
Right, yeah.
You got caught cheating. Explain, please. And thank you for holding.
Okay, so I got a tablet, and I'm not in tune with the technology, so I didn't put a password in. And I went on vacation with my girlfriend, and I was still keeping in touch with an ex, not physically, but, text-wise. And she kind of found my tablet and saw my conversations. And things didn't really pan out too good.
Were they, they inappropriate conversations?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So your ex-girlfriend caught you with your girlfriend?
No, the new girlfriend caught him texting his ex-girlfriend.
Oof. That's no good.
Right.
Yeah.
That is no good.
All right, Adam. Thanks, brother. Have a great day.
Yeah. All right. You too.
Good morning, John, Jane, Rich.
Hi, are you guys still on the segment with the cheating exes?
Yeah, you got one?
Okay. Yeah, so I actually was dating a ex-stripper, and we both had the same birthday, November 18th, and we were in Hawaii. And I had just gotten back from getting us food down in the lobby, and she was on the phone with one of my ex-best friends, business partners, and we got back from Hawaii, and I found that she was cheating on me with him, and I had rented a rental car so I could sit in the parking lot because they would notice my truck. And he said he needed to go change a tire because the tire pressures were low. And the only reason I knew he was talking about what my ex was driving is that I had let the air for tires. And so that's how I found out that she was cheating on me. And
Dang,
then
tire pressure.
Tire pressure.
They broke up, and he ended up dating her mom.
Oh my gosh, is it Tish Cyrus?
Right.
Is it Noah and Tish Cyrus?
For real.
Well, I'm glad you told us her ex-occupation. She was an ex-stripper. That's really not important to the story.
It adds to
He was like,
the
oh,
sliminess.
man, I dated this. She was an ex-carpenter.
So that right there should have been,
Red flag.
I should have just known that it was never done.
Right on.
Red flag, exactly.
Thank you, brother. So Lisa sent a text. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Good morning.
Was it easy to text us?
Super easy.
So you just text JJR and whatever you want to say to 96893. It was that easy?
Yes, that easy.
Okay, I just see your text. Nick, so you got Jenna is looking at text messages, Nick is looking at text messages, and I'm looking at text messages. So Nick went and called you. What was your text? What can we do for you?
Yeah, so I feel like this is kind of a not relevant topic these days, not with the times, but I was watching Daniel Tiger with my 2-year-old, and I was with my husband, and I was like, this dad, Daniel Tiger's dad, sounds just like Kyle's husband. And he was like, who's Kyle? and I was like, Kyle from John J. Rich, her husband. That's totally his voice. And he was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I feel like I know exactly what he sounds like, his inflection and everything. And I was like, that is totally him. But
okay,
I tried to look it up and I couldn't find it.
No, we have it. So we'll play a clip of Daniel Tiger, and then let's all guess and see if it's Kyle's husband, Fish.
Have you ever noticed these little buildings around our house? They're called models. I made them.
Damn.
It does kind of sound like him.
I hear it. I think it sounds like him too, but you're the one that's closest to him, I believe, Kyle.
It's not.
Are you sure?
It's not him.
But it
I
sounds
would.
like him,
I
huh?
do know. I would come in bragging to you guys if Scott was Daniel Tiger's dad.
True.
That would
you
be
bragged
so
about
big.
Def Leppard. You bragged about Bon Jovi. You bragged about
I will say
Jonas
this:
Brothers.
if you
Maroon
watch
5.
any of the Diamondbacks games, you will see the commercial for the Green Day tour, and that's his voice.
Oh, that's cool.
Boy,
Yeah.
he sure sounds like that Daniel Tiger
Yeah,
guy.
I know.
Boy,
He's-
I
I'm
get
going
it.
to tell him he needs to try out. He needs to kick that guy out. And
It's
take over.
weird. He also sounds like Tiger King. Wow.
Oh, Lisa.
Good catch, though, Lisa, even though you didn't catch anything. But I hear that, too.
In fact, do you
Very
have
good.
a clip of Kyle's husband? If you just think any of the games, like, we're going to play a game. Celebrity who said that? Like, it's usually his voice.
Can you tell the celebrity who said that?
Daniel Tiger.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
But it's like the Daniel Tiger just sounds like your husband when he's just talking.
They know.
Have you ever noticed these
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
it's close.
Who is that guy? What if you got a side hustle you don't know about? He's going to surprise you.
That'd be awesome.
Well, Lisa, thank you for listening so much. Thank you. It's awesome. And thanks for
Thank
texting.
you guys.
Okay, have a great day.
You too. Bye.
It's John Jane Rich. New research says what the number one dream job is in the United States and the number one dream job in the world. Worldwide, number one dream job, I'll go top 5. Nurse, pharmacist, police officer. Number 2 is an attorney. And the number one dream job in the world is a pilot.
Oh,
I
that's
was
interesting.
going to guess like a pilot or a flight attendant because you get to like travel the world. Like, how cool is that?
Flight attendant is number 1 in the United States.
Yeah.
Fun.
A study found that parents do treat their children differently, and their favorites are more likely to be daughters, agreeable kids as well. And apparently birth order does not play a significant role.
Oh my gosh, I totally disagree. Middle childs are definitely the best. Tell me why. I was on Instagram the other day and my sister posted this picture of this candy that my mom got her and she was like, "Thanks for thinking of your favorite daughter." And I swiped up. I was like, what an odd thing to say because you were not the favorite. I am definitely the favorite.
How do you know you're the favorite?
Get him, Peyton.
Have you ever met my mom and dad? Do you see the way they talk about me? They are so proud of me. They love me so much. No, I'm joking. They love us all the same, but I'm definitely the fave.
I definitely have a favorite of my kids, and it's the one whoever's being nicest to me at the time.
I feel that.
Because it switches a little bit, and then they become my favorite.
I feel like the best parents make every kid feel like they're their favorite.
Yeah.
Gen Zers are already suffering a midlife crisis. I didn't click on the article, but apparently that's what's going on with Gen Zers.
Midlife. Oh, man.
A report says aggressive baby names are trending.
Such as?
Blade, Cannon, Cutter, Dagger, Gunner, Danger, and Arson.
It's like prison names.
Arson is extra popular because it sounds like our son.
Okay.
Not good timing for that name, though.
No.
2 Swedish table tennis enthusiasts. Now, table tennis is ping pong, right?
Yeah.
Is that another ping pong? They set a new world record for the longest rally, 13 hours and 37 minutes.
Holy.
That's a long time to play ping pong. I played ping pong with my son last week. I only was interested for about 30 seconds. I was done. No intent. Do not like that game. The number 1 restaurant chain in America is
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Nope.
McDonald's.
Nope. Not fast food.
Oh.
Restaurant chain.
Olive Garden.
Chili's.
Yeah,
Number
sure.
2 is Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
It's an
Number 1
expensive
is
one.
Nothing But Cake.
Oh, sure.
That sounds good.
Who
That's a
doesn't like
restaurant
that?
chain, though?
Yes. Can you sit down and
guess
eat
so.
the cake
No.
in there?
What? Butt cake?
Nothing But Cake I wouldn't consider a restaurant chain.
It's food.
Desserts, they're delicious, and I love them.
How come we don't have Chili's on that list? They're good. They're delicious.
Maybe they are on the list, but they're not number 1. A 13-year-old's bucket list is going viral online. The kid's parent posted anonymously, and it's gone way crazy. Become a millionaire, meet an alien, help make a movie, go snorkeling with a shark, go on a fossil dig, save an animal species, get married, meet J.K. Rowling, prove the existence of goblins,
Okay.
have a YouTube channel, get a cool Jeep, eat an octopus, discover a new species, become a published author, go to New Zealand. And number 1 on this kid's list is to get a full taxidermy alligator.
What a kid with a big imagination right there.
Discovering a new species you think would be really hard.
Get this. Now listen carefully to this. Cops in London saved a woman who called 911 or whatever they call there, 999, and pretended to order a pizza because she was in trouble and she couldn't say she was in trouble. The operator realized what was going on and asked yes or no questions. She also asked her to say pepperoni if she was in danger. So this is the call.
Hello, police. What's the emergency?
Pizza delivery.
Pizza delivery. Do you require pizza delivery or do you require the police? If it's the police, say yes.
Yes.
Is the person that's scaring you at the property now?
Yes.
No problem. Police are coming, okay? If he threatened to hurt you, tell me pepperoni. If he threatened to hurt the children, tell me cheese.
Pepperoni.
Okay, the police will be with you very, very shortly, okay?
Crazy, right?
That's a sharp operator.
Heartbreaking.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Do you all drink copious amounts of water? I know, Kyle, you're trying with your...
I'd always try, but then I come with a full Stanley. I leave with a mostly full Stanley.
Peyton, I don't know if I see you hitting the water a ton, but you got some today.
I drink at least a bottle of water every morning.
So I learned this hack to see your body will tell you if you need water. I know John Jay drinks like 5 gallons of it, so I'm going to be shocked if this doesn't work for you. So as we're sitting here, I'll show you the trick right now. Take your right hand and put it like a palm facing down. You can have it in the air. And then with your left hand, I want you to pinch the skin in between your first finger and your thumb. Pull it up. And then let it go. If it goes down right away, John Jay's went down, Kyle stayed up a little bit. Peyton went down right away. If it stays up a little bit like Kyle's does, you need to drink some more water.
I also need lotion. And I've been accused by my 10-year-old daughter of having the same hands as my grandma. So.
Rich, you're
this hack is not about the lotion.
I don't like this hack. Rich, I do need more water.
You didn't grow up here in Arizona, huh?
You always need water in Arizona.
Well, yeah, I know. I grew up here, right? And like this is something that they taught us like when we were kids to realize.
Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't know this until like last
week. So we know
week.
when we're dehydrated. And so basically if like your skin sticks together, then you're dehydrated.
Well, we're also in other parts of the country where they need water as well.
Yeah.
So now you can take the Arizona hack and
Yes.
apply it elsewhere. That hack and many more can be found at johnjanerich.com.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break.
Let's be honest, building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone. It's not just about saving, it's about investing. It's about navigating systems that weren't built for you, embracing your hustle, and relying on your community to create something bigger.
And that's exactly why we created the Wealth Break. We made something different, something more human. It's not just another financial podcast. It's a conversation about real life, real struggles, and real wins.
We're here to talk about the journey. You're hearing from people who've broken barriers, found creative ways to succeed, and learned to build wealth on their terms. Whether it's the first-time homeowner, a gig worker, or someone turning a side hustle into a six-figure business, we're bringing you their stories.
And we're not stopping at success stories. We're breaking down the realities, like what it means to take risk, how to navigate failure, and why resilience matters. Because wealth isn't about money. It's about creating a life where you can thrive and help others to do the same.
So if you're ready for a podcast as much as about people as it is about money, you're in the right place.
Listen to the Wealth Break podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Deciding on what to listen to is hard. Using Zumo to stream music from iHeart 90s Radio is easy. Or play iHeart Country or Hip Hop Beats. Your choice, all for free. Stream easy with Zumo Play. Get live and on-demand entertainment with no logins, no signups, no accounts, no hassle. This April, binge these classics. The Whole Nine Yards starring Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry. Adaptation with Nicolas Cage and Meryl Streep. And The Fisher King with Robin Williams. All streaming free on Zumo Play. Go to play.zumo.com now. Life is hard. Zumo is easy.
Discover Vizio's complete lineup of home entertainment. From stunning smart TVs to immersive soundbars, Vizio has you covered. Experience clarity like never before, bringing your favorite shows and movies to life. Plus, with Watch Free Plus built in, you'll enjoy free live and on-demand TV right out of the box. You can even stream your favorite music and podcasts with the iHeartRadio app. Ready to go on every Vizio smart TV, along with hundreds of other pre-downloaded apps. Ready to transform your home entertainment? Visit Vizio.com today.
All right, so we want to know, why do you have to explain your name? Because Kylie Jenner, Travis Scott named their kid Aire, A-I-R-E. My sister's friend named their kid K-E-V-A-N. How do you say that?
Kevin?
Kevon.
Oh.
Like his whole life, you know it's Kevon. Like, really, man? Come on, man. Why'd you get to the kid? Yeah. Come on, Kevon.
Come on.
All right. Well, let's start off with Tiffin. Tiffin, why do you have to explain your name?
Everybody gets me confused with Tiffany. I guess I sound like a man on the phone because I get called Stephen, Kevin. Tiffin is the most unusual because for some reason people believe Tiffin is more believable than Tiffin.
Like the animal?
I didn't know there was an animal named Piffin.
Isn't that like a little penguin?
Like a puffin?
Puffin.
Oh, puffin.
Puffin, yeah.
Did your parents?
I've been called Muffin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did your parents just give up on the name form? They're like,
Yeah, everybody says that my mom must have been on drugs when it was time to give the name.
So what is Tiffin?
But I was actually it's a last name. I was named after a ballerina.
Oh, that's cool.
Pamela.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's Pamela Tiffin.
well, now that's cool.
I think it's actually very pretty,
Yeah.
Tiffin, now that you explained
That's
it.
unique.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, there's a city in Ohio named Tiffin.
I did not know that.
Look at that. You learn something new every day.
You sure do.
Yep, and I learned that in third grade. I read the obituaries, and I saw Tiffin, Ohio.
Why were you reading the obituaries in third grade?
I can't explain a lot of things.
Born to be unique.
Her brother is Toledo. All right, thanks, Tiffin.
There you go.
Toledo. Let's go to Nikki. Nikki, hi. Why do you have to explain your name?
Hi. I just typically have to explain the spelling of my name, Nikki, because it's not a typical spelling. It's Nickey. And that is a genius decision I had to make at the age of 5 because there were 5 Nicoles in my kindergarten class. It was a very popular name. And my teacher asked us all to decide who we were going to be at 5 years old. And I really didn't know how to spell anything else except for Mickey Mouse. So I went with Mickey with an N.
So is that now on your driver's license and everything too?
I'm in corporate America. That's my name. I have to explain it all the time. But I don't ever correct anybody. Even my grandma, when she would send me birthday cards, she would purposely spell it however she wanted to. So.
Well, that's the grandma's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think once you do it, everybody's good. You know, once you go Nickey, we all get it.
Yeah.
But then you follow with MOUSE.
Yep.
All right, thanks, Nikki. Yeah, Nick.
You know what's weird is that I actually have the same problem that Nikki does my name is just NIC, and because my last name is Johnson, my mom was like, we have to make it unique. And so instead of just naming me something different, she was just like, we're going to go with the French spelling. And so I'm super classy, and you guys should respect me more. Thank you.
So NIC is the French spelling of Nick? Nick?
Nicolas is the French spelling.
Oh.
Nicolas.
Oh, Nicolas.
Nicolas.
Nicolas, come in here. Nicolas.
We have the crepes ready for you, Nicolas.
We have the crepes ready for you, Nicolas. Lisa, hi. Why do you have to explain your name?
Hi, my name is Lisa. It's Leeza. And so I get Lisa a lot, or I get Liza, or I get Lise, which is really weird to me because it's like really phonetic. Like I always even say to people, I should just put a dash in between the Lee and the Z.
They'd still get it wrong.
I love that name, Lisa.
But who are you named after?
I'm named after a news anchor from back in the 90s. My mom said that she was like really strong and outgoing and talkative, and that's how she felt I was, which is pretty accurate.
Is it Lisa Gibbons?
No, it's actually not, but I get asked that a lot.
Oh, she was on Entertainment Tonight.
Lisa Minnelli.
Yes, it was on. It wasn't.
Lisa Simpson.
My mom actually doesn't even remember what the last name was, but it was she said it was an African American woman, and so I know it wasn't Lisa Gibbons.
Lisa Winfrey. Thanks, Lisa. Katie,
Thanks.
why do you have to explain your name? Because it's short for Catherine.
My name,
Go ahead.
it is short for Catherine, but it's actually not me. It's my daughter's name. My 5-year-old is named Alaska.
Alaska.
Oh, that's interesting.
And why?
Well, my ex-husband and I wanted something different. We didn't want a run-of-the-mill name, and that's what we went with.
So
Something that wouldn't be
they call her Al?
you hear every day. No, we call her Alaska.
How old is she?
Unless you ask her. She's 5, unless you ask her, and her name is Princess.
I bet you if she gets older, everyone's going to call her Al.
Yeah.
I bet you.
That's a cute nickname.
Yeah, for a guy. For a girl,
No,
for a
really
girl. I know. But like my sister's name is Elvia, and everyone always called her L. L. So when she had her daughter, she called her daughter L.
Oh, that's
Named
cute. I
after
really
her.
like that.
That's cute.
Thanks, Katie.
And that's pretty cool because isn't your sister named after your mom?
Yeah.
So that's cool. It like kind of follows generation that her daughter's named after her.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then I was named after my dad, and I did not want to put a kid through that. Explaining that your name's John Jay when you're a kid is a disaster. I came home crying. I would tell my mom, I don't want to be called John Jay anymore. I hate my name. I hate it.
I was that way about my
And my mom was like, well, what do you want to be called? And I was like, Steve. I want you to call me Steve For real, have you told the story?
No.
And my mom, that's what my mom would go, okay, from now on your name, I want to be called Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah. And then she said, is Steve?
It's Steve. Andale, Steve. Go clean your room. And she would call me Steve for a day, and I'd be like, stop calling me Steve. We got Harry on the line. What's up, Harry?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good, man. How are you?
Okay. I've been better, but thank you for having us on here.
Yeah, of course. Well, you got to hash it out because you got an issue with
my fiance.
Your fiance. Now we have her on the line too.
Yeah.
Amber.
Yeah.
But it's your problem.
Yes.
And you got
unfortunately.
Okay, so, Amber, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, good. So Harry and Amber. So Amber, we want to hear from Harry before you jump in. So Harry, what is your problem?
So my future father-in-law and mother-in-law want me to call them mom and dad. And I just think it's weird.
Is there a reason why you think it's weird?
They're just not my mom and dad. I have a mom and dad. And I love them. I think they're great. But it's just something that I refuse to do. And it's really become an issue with Amber and I.
Has it gotten to the point where, like, think about how awkward that is. You're like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Like, it's mom and dad. Like, has it gotten to that point where it's like contentious?
Well, I mean, every time I'm in that position, I do my best to just kind of laugh it off and you know,
okay,
not.
But Harry, like, you're literally the son that they've never had.
Oh,
So,
they love you.
Yeah, they love him, and it's just like, why call them by their names when it's just, I mean, we're about to get married, and they're going to be your mom and dad, so just call them mom and dad.
I mean, you got to look at it like that.
It just makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm sorry, and I love them. I love you. I wouldn't be getting married to you if that wasn't true. I just personally feel uncomfortable to call them mom and dad.
Okay, well, honestly, like, my feelings are genuinely hurt over it. Like, it's not that hard.
Amber, why is this such a big deal to you, like, or your parents?
Because it's literally going to be his mom and dad.
I mean, but not really.
Not literally.
I mean, the thing is like,
I mean, parents, mom and dad.
I've been married for a little while now, and like, I don't call my in-laws mom or dad, and I actually kind of would feel weird doing that.
What do you call them?
Rajnan.
So but when you're talking to one, if you're talking to just Nan, do you say, hey, Nan?
No, I
Or
would
do you
say Nancy or Roger.
But what's weird is their name are Glenn and Diane.
I gave them a celebrity name, so their little celebrity relationship name to me is Rajnan. No one else really knows that besides me.
I knew there was, when Rich asked that, I knew there was not a normal answer.
Not to go down that weird tangent, but I want to understand where you're coming from, Amber, because I kind of feel like if Scott was asking me to do what you're asking Harry to do, I would be like, that's weird. They're not my parents. I have the most respect for them. I love that they're like a part of my family now too. They are my mother and father-in-law, but I already got 2 sets of dads and 2 sets of moms.
You got stepdad. Yeah, you got stepdad. You got a biological dad.
So
you got a mom and stepmom. I mean, right?
So I'm like siding with Harry right now, but I do want to understand where you're coming from. Is there a reason this is a big deal?
Well, it kind of just makes me feel like he's not actually a part of the family. And then it's like he's not as, like, connected to me and my family, and I just feel like it's almost like he doesn't almost, like, love us as much or something. And I feel like we should equally love our parents, like, both of us, so.
Do you call his parents mom and dad?
Yeah, all the time.
How do they feel
and, like,
about
that's
that?
why I don't know why he won't just do this for me.
But Amber, that's your choice to do that.
Well,
it's your choice to do that.
I just think it's weird.
It's not something that I want to do.
I think it's weird. I have a friend, my friend Greg. I've known him since I was 11 years old, right? And his mom was always Mrs. Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Patterson. And as we became adults, her name is Jinx. And I'd be like, I'll come over there and be like, hey, Mrs. Patterson, call me Jinx. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Can't happen.
You're Mrs. Patterson.
No, there's a level of
I've been Mrs.
respect
Patterson
there.
my whole life. I'm not going to call you by your first name. There's no freaking way that's happening.
Yeah.
So I also can't see my wife or my in-laws asking me to call them mom and dad. I call them by their first name.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, Harry, if you've been calling them by their first name and also you got to change and start calling them mom and dad, that's weird, right?
I mean, is this the same thing though? As like if there's a people getting married and the mother-in-law and father-in-law, like, do they have to call them their son?
I don't know.
Daughter?
Is that what they do?
Is it the same thing?
Well, let's bring it up. 877-937-1047. Amber and Harry are hashing out. Do you call your in-laws mom and dad? Do you not call them mom and dad? What advice do you have? Because, I mean, they love each other. I mean, I don't think it's going to break apart your marriage, is it? Amber? Harry?
No,
I mean, it's not going to break it
hope
apart.
not.
I think it would be nice for him to, I don't know, call them mom and dad, because it is his mom and dad.
I would think if your in-laws hear this podcast, Harry, it's going to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
From this point on. Call me whatever.
He doesn't love us.
Conversely, can I call you son-in-law? Can I call you that? Is that okay? All right, we're going to take phone calls. 877-937-1047. We're going to hash it out. What advice do you have for Amber and Harry? What are you going through? Has it happened to you? Is this relatable to you? Call us. Hash it out. Continues next. Sindel.
Yes.
What's your
Hello.
advice for these two on Hash It Out? Good morning. Thanks for listening.
Good morning. Honestly, I kind of side with him and think it's a little weird, but if it's that big of a deal, what my in-laws have kind of had us do, one, not just for us, but two, the kids, that, my son and my niece, coming up with a nickname. For instance, my mother-in-law, she's from the Midwest, so she likes the way May have sounded on the end of everything. So she asks us to kind of call her Mama May in front of the kids. But when it's just like me and her or me and my father-in-law, I do call them by their government names because, again, yeah, they're my in-laws, but they're not my biological parents.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Sindel. Thanks for listening.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Shannon, what advice do you have for Hash It Out?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Neither me or my husband call our in-laws by mom and dad. We call them by their first names. And my husband has, stepmoms, he has stepdads. And so I've always kind of respected, his wishes in that regard. Just make sure that he calls you his one and only true love.
Aww. Keeping
sweet.
things in perspective. I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shannon.
Of course.
I have these friends that every time you're around them, they'll talk about their parents. Like I'm talking to Kyle, and I'll be like, well, Mom wants me to come over tonight. She's making dinner. It's my mom. But I'd be talking to Kyle about my mom, and I'm calling my mom Mom instead of saying, my mom wants me to come over for dinner. Like they talk about their mom and dad like it's your mom and dad. And this is going to sound totally random, but President Bush does that. Not that I have conversation with him, but I saw this interview with him and Bill Clinton, how they're friends and they're both opposing parties. And he was like, well, one of the things was, Bill showed respect to dad. And like, that's how he talked.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, you're calling him dad, but we're not your brothers.
Like it's your dad.
It's weird. Yeah. David, what advice do you have for them? Hash it out.
Hey, to me, it just seems, I like the in-law sound because it separates from family. I get you guys are starting a family, but if you guys both have the same mom and dad, that sounds like something you shouldn't be looking up on a certain website.
So you say my in-laws? You say, hey, in-law? Is that what you say? What would you say, Dave?
No, I call them by my name. Like, I've got a stepmom, and I didn't even call her by her name. Or I called her by her name, not like, hey, Mom.
Oh, okay.
To me, it can also be a respect thing, because if you're like, hey, Mom and Dad, it's more relaxed, which I get can be good, but you don't want to have the same parents as your fiance.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's not legal.
I mean, when you put it like that, for sure.
Thanks, David. Thanks, David.
Yeah, thanks.
Harry, you've heard everyone's opinions. How are you feeling now?
Well, I feel a little more reassured. I mean, it's great to hear that there are people out there that agree with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Kyle's point of view. Like, I have a mom and dad.
Yeah.
I have two.
But again, I feel like it doesn't mean that you love them less.
Right.
There you go.
Find just as an endearing name for them, but I don't know.
That was actually what I was going to say is I feel like maybe if there's like, what was your celebrity name for your...
Rajnan.
Yeah, like maybe if there's like a cute little nickname or something like that. Like my mom's nickname is Bossy, so that's kind of what we all call her, including my boyfriend.
Right.
And it's like, if it's a cute little nickname or a pet name, it's like, it still kind of shows a little bit of the love there without it being like mom and dad.
Okay, so like you're at a swap meet, crowded, and your boyfriend Kadeem sees your mom, needs to get a hold of her. Bossy!
Oh, yeah.
Bossy!
And when we first started dating, he said, I'm so glad that your mom goes by Bossy because I would never want to call her by her first name. And the same thing was kind of with my dad, because my dad's like legal name is not what he goes by.
Right.
He goes by Show or Showtime. So my boyfriend calls my dad by his nickname as well as my mom.
Okay.
And it works for us.
Because he thinks it's disrespectful to just say their first name rather have the nickname. Is that
Yeah,
what
and
you're
it's
saying?
weird to say Mr. or Mrs. Whitmore. Like, that's way too formal.
Well, it does. It sounds like, ladies and gentlemen, we'll present to you Mr. and Mrs. Whitmore.
Yeah. Bossy and Show is way better.
It's like, hold on, I feel. Let's bring out the ladies and gentlemen. And now a reading from Mr. and Mrs. Whitmore.
Reading. Oh, well, what about you, Amber? How do you feel after hearing some advice and opinions?
Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Whitmore. Like, I feel like this. You guys are coming out from Bridgerton. Your mom and dad come up.
Lady Whitmore and the Duke of Whitmore.
Harry, what's your mom and dad's name? Your in-law's name.
Mike and Brenda.
My Brenda. Mike Brenda. Brenda Mike.
My
Brenda. Brenda.
Break.
Like
Break.
Miranda.
There you go. Styles
Yeah,
break.
break.
What up, Break?
What's up?
You want to go see the Breaks? Amber, you okay with that?
I mean, not really, but I guess Harry can have that conversation with them if he wants to.
Well, from now on, Mike and Brenda, hear ye, are now known as the Breaks. As so done by the Whitmores. Let it be written, let it be done. So let it be written, let it be done. And bring me horse and pfeffer.
Amber's not happy with us.
We should do something like that and now have a reading from the Whitmores. Some sort of book or something that
proclamation.
your dad can read it.
No, my dad, yeah, he'd be good. He'd be really good at writing it, too. He's really creative.
From Mr. Whitmore.
It'd be way too inappropriate.
That's Hash It Out, John Jane Rich. Hello, good morning. John Jane Rich can help you.
Yes, I was calling to answer the question about souvenirs from surgery.
Yes, what do you have?
Well, it's not me, but my best friend and her husband. He had his vasectomy, and he kept his vas deferens.
He kept his what?
Vas deferens.
What is that?
It's French.
It's the little tubes.
I didn't know they took them out. I thought they just, closed them off.
Burnt
Yeah,
off.
Yeah.
Or like now and take a little piece out.
Oh, wow.
So he keeps it where?
Well, they put it in a little jar, and then he put it in his freezer, and he's going to bury it under their tree, and she's going to put her part of her placenta, and they're going to call it their fertility.
You bet. You
Oh
might.
my gosh, that's actually really cute.
They better be
The
careful.
name is what makes it cute. If you don't give it the fertility, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
I will give it the name.
Okay. That's adorable. Yeah.
Tree, it makes all that.
If they want to have a baby again, can he put it back in?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
And
Yes.
Rich, you knew what she was talking about.
Yes.
It's vast different.
It sounds like vast difference, but it's
Right,
not
that's what I
vast
thought you
difference.
said.
Vast difference is I think how you say it. I
Oh
think.
my God, I can't believe you said it like that.
I think that's what it's how you say it.
Vast difference.
That's different.
It's like
With the
liquid.
accent.
I don't think it. I think
It's definitely better with the accent.
Just your body part, right?
Yeah, well, it is,
Yeah, it's the
but
body
it
part.
sounds French.
I don't think it's different. I think this is another one of those things. I could
Well,
be totally
you know
wrong,
what?
but
You know what? It's connected to the
I re-
PP, and that is definitely French PP.
Oh my, I don't think people say pipi.
I think they do.
I think this is your richism, Rich. You just add like a weird flair to
Can
whatever
you
you're saying.
can you spot the vast difference?
No, I don't think it's different.
You know what? I'm going to call my friend, who's a doctor, who is a vasectomy
do.
doctor, and I'm going to ask him what it's called. Okay, hold on. What's your name, by the way, ma'am?
My name's Jordan.
Okay, Jordan, hold on.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's.
Thanks.
So then I just hit this number 9-1. Is he going to say vas difference? No, vas difference or vast difference?
Deference.
Deference?
I think it's vas deferent.
Well,
You're
that's-
repeating what she said.
I think she said it right.
Right, but so you've heard it before?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I've never heard it before.
I thought you were saying you've never heard of fertility.
Never heard of that either. But I never, she was like, he had his
I
vast,
think you definitely made that up.
he had his vast difference removed. And I was like, what? Like, I've never heard of that part of the male body before. So I felt like I should know that.
You probably should.
I should.
You should also ask that doctor if they actually remove part of it, because I think they just cut it off.
Hello?
Dr. Sheldon Marks?
Yeah, can I help you?
Yes, this is John J. Van Ness from the John J. and Rich Show.
John J., I know you.
Hey.
How are you, sir?
Hey, so we're on the air talking about some stuff, and we have Jordan on the line, and she was telling us how her sister's husband got a vasectomy and was able to keep the vas deferens. Does that make sense to you?
Well, you don't keep... Oh, you mean actually keep pieces of it?
She kept it in a jar,
Yes.
but I was curious to how you say that word.
Vas, V-A-S.
What about the other part?
Get off your fat vas.
It's not vas de France?
What about the second part? What's the second part?
Or the other one is good, is she was able to keep a piece of vas.
Okay.
But is it vas difference or vas difference?
Deferens.
Deference.
So, Rich, it's not
Very
vast
different.
different.
Okay.
I thought it was all French.
Jordan said it right.
That French stuff does sound nice. It makes it sound very artsy, but it's vast deferens.
But if somebody said, we're going to clip the vas de France, you'd know what they were saying. You would just be like, oh, they're just fancy.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what they were saying. I think they're from France or they're full of it.
And do you cut it and keep it, or don't you just kind of fuse stuff together?
Well, most people cut out about a centimeter or two and then cauterize the ends. Some use clips, some use ties. Some throw it away, the little segment they cut out. Some put them in jars, send them to pathologists to say, yes, we actually cut out the right pieces.
Wow. Okay.
So giving it to the patient is interesting. Is it in salt water or like formaldehyde?
No, she froze it, and they're going to bury it under a tree with the placenta and have a fertility.
Oh, I love that.
Right? That's good.
No problem there.
We usually just sell ours to the Japanese restaurant for the special that
All
right.
Sheldon.
All right, Dr. Marks. Love you so much. Talk to you soon, brother.
Love you too.
So there you go, Jordan. There you go. I saw a story on the news yesterday, and it was interesting. It caught my attention because I can remember years and years and years ago a huge debate on our show about this, and it was about a 9-year-old girl getting a tattoo, and she got the tattoo in Yuma, and we have the tattoo artist on the line right now, Sosa. Sosa, hey man, hey, thanks for jumping on there with us.
Yeah, no problem. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. So, is your tattoo shop, first of all, blowing up with popularity and all over the news now?
Yes, indeed, it is.
So can you give us the short version of the story?
No, so the short version, this family came in. They wanted a portrait of Trump on both their daughter's neck. One was 18, one was 9. And I was in shock. I was just in shock. When my apprentice came and told me, I was in shock, and I told him that the starting age is 15. So I convinced the younger girl to not get a Donald Trump tattoo, and if she was going to get something, to get something more simple, like United States flag. But we made sure we looked up the law and made sure, and I was like, oh shoot, there's no regulations, there's no limitations on the age. All right, if it's legal, it's legal. And yeah, so at first that's how I thought, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to scare the parents away with the $500, because this is like a $60-$80 tattoo. I was like, I'm gonna just try to scare them away with $500. And no, instead it backfired on me, and they ended up taking that deal, and I just couldn't go back on what.
Oh wait, they paid for the full $500 for the tattoo to get it to happen.
Yeah.
Wow. And she didn't get it on her neck, right?
No. She got it on her arm.
That was also good of you to say,
Yeah.
hey, maybe not on the neck.
She wanted it on the neck, right?
Because an arm tattoo, you could cover up.
But she's 9 years old, and she has a tattoo now.
I can't imagine. That's
on her
Addie.
arm.
That's my
your
daughter's
daughter.
age.
Right.
I can't imagine her with her tattoo.
Here's what I'm thinking, and I don't know the story, but here's what I'm thinking. You're in Yuma, and they're not from Arizona, right?
No, they're from Turkey.
Oh, they're from Turkey. I figured they were in Glamis doing freaking, doing the sand dunes and whatever.
Oh my gosh.
No, they were actually refugees, or I don't know what, but they were like very appreciative of being here in the United States. Now they have freedom, and this was one way for them to show their appreciation. Since I convinced the younger girl to get an American flag, the older sister, who had just turned 18 that day, had to get an American flag because she was the one that wanted the portrait of Donald Trump, and the younger sisters are like, hey, we all want the same thing. So since I convinced the younger girl to get an American flag, the older sister got an American flag, but she got it on her neck about 5 by 5 inches.
Whoa,
that's huge.
Big.
Yeah.
Dude, can you do a Donald Trump tattoo? Like, you think you can?
I can.
You can? Wow. You want to come at Rich?
Yeah.
I'll pay for it.
On your neck.
I want
Right
that
there.
face nice and orange.
Yeah,
5 by 5.
No,
Wow, dude.
That's crazy. I got my very first tattoo when I was 16 on the top of my foot, and I only got it because my sister got a tattoo when she was 16, and I was like, well, if she gets one, then I get one. But it's literally just stars. I could not imagine being 9 years old and getting an American flag tattooed on my arm.
No,
That's insane. I thought I was crazy at 16 for getting stars on my foot. Like, that's wild.
What kind of pushback are you getting, Sosa, from giving the tattoo?
Most of them are, you're about to get deported. I'm like, well, I'm an American citizen.
like, that's not gonna happen.
Well, what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is @CutSosa, CUTZSOSA, and my business one is Black Onyx Empire.
Right on. I mean, it's like you looked it up. It's not illegal. The parents were there. Like, you even talked them out of a much more extreme thing. So I think you even tried to price them out of them wanting to do it. So, I mean, I think you covered your tracks.
No, he totally did. And I was on your Instagram, so when I was trying to hunt you down, and I saw on your story, it made me laugh because it's literally like a video of Sosa just eating chips, and he's like, turn on the news. I don't care about your comments. So he's like trolling everyone else back. He's like, I know the rules. I know I'm cool. I'm good. So
you looked it up. You covered it. Yeah.
All right, bro. Hey, thanks for jumping on the air with us, man. If I get a tat, I'm getting it from you. I want a tattoo of Yuma on my neck.
Yeah, I'll shoot out there to Phoenix. I go for some expos, barber expo. I'm a licensed barber as well.
Dude, let's get you in the studio then. Tattooed and haircut.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, hold on. We'll talk. All right, brother. Thank you. Hold on the line.
Of course.
All right, that's Sosa, the famous tattoo artist that tattooed a 9-year-old girl with parental consent.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to The Wealth Break.
Let's be honest, building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone. It's not just about saving, it's about investing. It's about navigating systems that weren't built for you, embracing your hustle, and relying on your community to create something bigger.
And that's exactly why we created The Wealth Break. We made something different, something more human. It's not just another financial podcast. It's a conversation about real life, real struggles, and real wins.
We're here to talk about the journey. You're hearing from people who've broken barriers, found creative ways to succeed, and learned to build wealth on their terms. Whether it's the first-time homeowner, a gig worker, or someone turning a side hustle into a 6-figure business, we're bringing you their stories.
And we're not stopping at success stories. We're breaking down the realities, like what it means to take risk, how to navigate failure, and why resilience matters. Because wealth isn't about money. It's about creating a life where you can thrive and help others to do the same.
So if you're ready for a podcast as much as about people as it is about money, you're in the right place.
Listen to the Wealth Break podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Deciding on what to listen to is hard. Using Zumo to stream music from iHeart 90s Radio is easy. Or play iHeart Country or Hip Hop Beats. Your choice, all for free. Stream easy with Zumo Play. Get live and on-demand entertainment with no logins, no signups, no accounts, no hassle. This April, binge these classics. The Whole 9 Yards starring Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry. Adaptation with Nicolas Cage and Meryl Streep. And The Fisher King with Robin Williams. All streaming free on Zumo Play. Go to play.zumo.com now. Life is hard. Zumo is easy.
Discover Vizio's complete lineup of home entertainment. From stunning smart TVs to immersive soundbars, Vizio has you covered. Experience clarity like never before, bringing your favorite shows and movies to life. Plus, with Watch Free Plus built in, you'll enjoy free live and on-demand TV right out of the box. You can even stream your favorite music and podcasts with the iHeartRadio app, ready to go on every Vizio smart TV, along with hundreds of other pre-downloaded apps. Ready to transform your home entertainment? Visit Vizio.com today.
I want to play a couple of comedy clips that I think are so damn funny that I just have to highlight for you. One is comedian Brian Regan. And Kyle and I have shared this guy's humor for a while, right? I mean, he's just absolutely hilarious. And this is a clip I've never heard of before, where he's talking about a reality show. And anyway, listen.
Talking about TV. I watch weird shows, man. There's one I'm trying to understand. It's about moonshiners. This reality show. I don't get it. There's a guy hiding out in the woods trying to make moonshine. I don't understand the premise. Liquor is legal. What's he doing? Hiding behind trees. Don't tell anybody I'm out here. Why are you out here? I'm making moonshine. You want some? No, I can get Jack Daniels over at the liquor store. It's legal. Has been for a while. Come out of the woods and read a newspaper.
Oh, it's so funny. The other one is Kevin James. He used to have a TV show called King of Queens. He's been on TV a lot. He's in the movie Grown Ups with Adam Sandler. And this is him talking. This, to me, is extremely relatable. So if you're in a relationship, I mean, Peyton, we're going to get into your relationship with your boyfriend here in a second, but we all are in this right here is a conversation between me and my wife pretty much every day.
My wife's awesome. I love her so much. She loves to talk. She's like the balance to me. She's so good at it. That night we got in the car to drive home, and she just started talking again. I was like, hey, we don't need it now. We don't need to talk ever again. No, we don't. That's a good thing. I mean, we've been together like 20 years. I've already said every word I'm ever going to say to her in every combination. That's it. And she said every word to me. She knows everything about me. I know everything about her. We don't need to talk anymore. We can finish out the rest of our life with gestures. That's it. You want to talk? Go in your closet, take your clothes off, and talk all night long. But why do I have to be there? And I hear it. Telling me things that I experienced with her. I was with her all day. Can't believe Alan stood up in front of everybody revealing facts about his son. I didn't like that at all. I couldn't believe it. Could you believe it? And in my head, I'm going, yes, I can. You know why? Because I was
there. Anyway, what's going on with you and your boyfriend? Different levels of relationships.
Yeah, totally. We've been together for a little over 4 years. We live in a 1-bedroom apartment, and things are good, except for it kind of made me think yesterday. I was like, I'm missing something here. And it made me think, like, what are the things in your house that you can't have because of your significant other? And for me, it's flowers. I'm not allowed to have flowers at the house because Kadeem has like these insane allergic reactions to flowers. It's like he's absolutely miserable, and then in turn I'm miserable because he's miserable. Then he can't sleep, and then I can't sleep because he can't sleep, and it's just stressful, and I just want my house to look pretty and have flowers.
Well, you got rid of your cat because of that.
I did.
You got rid of your cat because of his allergies.
Yes.
Now you can't have plants. Fake plants.
Yeah, fake flowers.
But I want, it's different when you have like fresh flowers in your house.
That actually makes the whole place look better.
Yeah.
I think
so too. And I'm just super bummed out that I don't get to have pretty flowers in my house.
I remember when we got married, my wife made me move my posters into another room.
Like you're really cool, like your
like
Godfather?
Star Wars poster, Godfather poster, Animal House poster, Rocky poster.
You're lucky she just made you put it in another room
Well,
so
now-
you get rid of them.
And then it was one room. First we got married, it was in one room, and then we moved to another house, and they kind of put it in the hallway into the garage. Then it got put in the garage, and then it kind of went away there in storage. Now I have like one Star Wars poster that's autographed, and I was able to put it in one of my son's rooms. So like my son's room is kind of like where I put my stuff now.
Makes
That's
sense.
sort of sad. That's why I have a basement. All my stuff's in the basement. Because, I will say that my living room looked like a Guitar Center. So now it does not. Now it's all in the basement, and nobody comes in the basement really except for me.
Yeah, you got your own little man cave.
Yeah.
Kyle, why do you say your brain is full?
Because, well, okay, we've talked several times about how, like, I don't remember certain things. Like, just the other day, you're like, you were with us when we were talking to Ashanti for an hour. I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, you don't remember that? You don't remember that comedian that came in here and dropped his pants and showed you his wiener?
Don't remember that. Maybe blocked that one out on purpose. I don't know, but I don't remember that. And yesterday I had this moment where I was like, oh my gosh, this is why I don't remember things, because my brain is full of things that I don't need and probably don't necessarily even want. So yesterday after the show, I was talking with Rich and Grant was like, Kyle, when's the last time you listened to the Crash Test Dummies album? And I'm like 20 years ago, probably, whenever it came out. I don't know. But I used to love that album, right? And he's like, I listened to it the other day, front to back. It's still slaps. Like, it's so good. And I'm like, you know what, Grant? I'm going to listen to that album on the way home. And guess what? I still know at least 80% of the lyrics of every song. And not just the song that was on the radio, like deep tracks, track 3, track 5. I'm singing all the words.
Wow, because I was just going to say, I know
I know every word to that one. I do not know the words to the other ones.
Dude, I literally hit Kyle with "When You Go on Camping Trips," and she knew the whole song
Step
like
right out
immediately.
in nature.
Were those hit songs? I've never heard those songs.
No, these are deep cuts.
They were not.
The best song, the song I listened to that got me into it, I listened to it 5 times, and I was like, well, I'm just going to listen to the whole album, was I Think I'll Disappear Now.
Oh, I love
that song. Is slams, dude. Crash Test Dummies. Can we work in some Crash Test Dummies this morning, guys?
It's not even so relevant. Like, nothing about it is relevant at all. But the fact that I still remember 80% of all the lyrics of every song on the album, I'm like, this is it. Why do I remember this? But I don't remember a comedian getting naked in the studio. Why? I don't know.
Did you say it again? Remember this one? Crash Test Dummies?
I think I'll disappear now. Remember this one?
What's their hit?
That's it.
Isn't
That's
that the name of the
hit.
song?
It's literally called yeah. It's like
Mbop? Was it around the same time Mbop came out?
it was before Mbop.
There must have been a writer's block.
He's like, hey, we need a chorus.
I'm pretty sure it was before then.
Oh, wait, this is Crash Test Dummies?
This was the one song that, like, people would probably know from them. The other tracks, no one would know. You would definitely know this one.
And you might need to fast forward to like 45 seconds in, Rich.
Kyle knows all the words.
Kyle's having a minute.
But when they finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white.
Oh, what?
I know. Why do I know
going
this?
on?
It was from when the cars had smashed so hard.
This is the part I know. Oh my God. Got a text. I keep saying, text us. Text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. Now, we got a text that I could read, but I hope she can deliver it better than the way I read it. Elena, good morning.
Hi.
Hi. What was your text?
Oh, gosh. Which one? Because I've texted a few times.
Oh, you have? Oh, let me see. I can click.
Yeah.
I can click on your number and see every text you've ever sent us.
Okay.
Oh, why don't you just go over all the texts you sent? You only sent 2 of them. Oh, no. I read your text last week.
You did?
Yeah, it was the one where it says, you said when Peyton said, this is what it sounds like, and then Rich said softly, when doves cry, and you said you felt so seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right on, Elena.
Well, your newest text, the other text, I haven't read that on the air yet.
Okay. Go ahead, because I was having a rough day that day.
Oh, yeah.
Can you start it off?
You say
my dog passed away.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, one of the things I like about your text is if the way I read it, it's so random, and then it ends with that about her dog. But it's like,
Yes. Sorry.
John Jay says the most random things.
He does. You do.
John Jay says the most random off-color things. Like, during War of the Roses, John Jay said his sister had also been in rehab. She goes, I laughed so hard out loud. Kyle and Peyton were so annoyed by him. Were you guys?
No. I don't really get annoyed by you. I'm just like,
I'm
why?
always annoyed by you.
It was such a serious moment, and this poor girl is crying her heart out about this guy. Yeah. Anyway, and John's like, John.
Jane's sister was in rehab.
My sister went to rehab.
I don't do well with serious things, so I didn't know. I didn't know how to get.
I love it.
And then
Same.
you go, when we were playing Smartest in the Room, Rich asked John Jay, flamboyance is a group of what kind of birds? You remember that one?
I do.
The gay. I could not.
Flamboyance is what you call a group of what kind of bird?
Gays. She says, I rewound it 5 times.
No lie.
And then she goes, thank you so much for all the laughs. I really needed it. My dog was attacked on Wednesday and died shortly after.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. Attacked by what?
Thank you. Another dog had broken away from his owner. So it was really bad, just circumstances. Everyone is hurt by it. You know what I mean? Everyone is upset. So
I'm so sorry.
Jeez.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys, though. You guys, seriously. I know you just think you're on the radio and it's no big deal or whatever, but it does mean a lot to those of us who listen.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you so much for texting.
Thanks. Love you guys.
You guys know what? It's Monday. Guess what?
It's Monday, and John just got a game for you.
Gong, gong.
So we're talking about, Rich's daughter moved away to New York to go to school. Kyle, your kids went back to school a week or two ago. Same with my youngest son. So I have a little game I like to play. Celebrity Classroom is what I'm calling it. I'm going to give you the name of a celebrity, and you tell me whether or not they were a teacher before they became famous. I think one of the most famous people of all time that is in a band was what a teacher was. Rich?
Famous person was in a band.
Sting. Thank you for playing along. Sting.
Oh, Sting.
You didn't know he was a
right.
teacher.
I guess I did.
Don't stand so close to me.
Don't stand
it's
so
about being a teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Kyle, Sylvester Stallone, was he a teacher before he became Rocky? He was a teacher.
What?
Before becoming a Hollywood star, Stallone worked in a gym as a teacher in the American school in Switzerland.
Not know that.
Right? Fascinating, right? Peyton, Johnny Depp, was he a teacher before he became famous?
Nah.
No, he wasn't. What was he? Do you know?
I don't know.
He was a
Janitor.
telemarketer.
Okay.
Telemarketer. Before hitting it big in Hollywood, Johnny Depp worked as a telemarketer selling pens. Rich, Whoopi Goldberg, was she a teacher before she became famous?
I think she was a teacher.
No.
She was not a teacher.
No, she was a mortuary beautician in a funeral home doing makeup for the dead.
Whoa.
She was also a bricklayer.
Those are 2 totally different vocations right there.
Kyle, Ozzy Osbourne, was he a teacher before he became famous?
I'm going to go no.
No, you're right. He worked at a slaughterhouse.
Unless,
wow.
Wouldn't that be funny if he was a teacher? He'd be like, wasn't he the one that ate birds and stuff like that on stage?
Ate a bat.
It's science.
Bet the head off a bat.
Peyton, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, was he a teacher before he became Wolverine?
I'm going to say yes.
Yes, the actor worked as a physical education teacher in England before becoming famous. Rich, your favorite author, Stephen King, was he a teacher before he became famous?
Man, I feel like he's been an author for a long time, but yes, he was a professor.
Yes, he taught high school English in Maine.
Makes sense.
Kyle, Barack Obama, was he a teacher? He's former president of the United States. Was he a teacher before he became president?
Oh, this is a tough one. I'm going to say no.
Yes, he was a teacher. Before entering politics, Obama was a constitutional law professor at the University of Chicago Law School.
Okay.
Peyton, Brad Pitt, actor Brad Pitt, was he a teacher? No, but he was a chicken mascot. Brad Pitt once worked at El Pollo Loco, the fast food chain, where he dressed up like a giant chicken and danced around.
That's good casting for him. Put him in that role.
Peyton, how about J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter?
I'm going to say yes.
Yes. Before writing Harry Potter, Rowling taught English as a foreign language in Portugal. Rich, actor Christopher Walken.
I'm going to teach you some things. He was a teacher.
He was not a teacher, but he was a lion tamer. Christopher Walken worked as a lion tamer in a circus.
There's a flex for a previous job right there. Yeah.
Isn't that nuts? Anyway,
it's Monday, and Judge's got a game for you.
Gong, gong.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
I'm Molly Roberts.
And I'm Drew Goins. Each Friday on Impromptu, we talk through the questions we can't stop thinking about.
Do we need to rethink how much we drink?
Why are companies really asking workers to come back to the office?
Does boycotting a business actually work?
Should we quit social media?
We're here when the news gets personal and the headlines hit home.
Join Molly and me every Friday on Impromptu from Washington Post Opinions.
Find Impromptu wherever you get your podcasts.